Your phone starts vibrating on the nightstand. And instead of picking it up, your body completely freezes and you stop breathing, as if the person calling can somehow sense your movement through the cellular network. You watch the screen go black, exhale a massive sigh of relief, and feel the immediate, heavy dread of knowing you eventually have to text them back. Why does the simple act of existing on someone else's radar feel like running a marathon in wet denim? Welcome back to Trash Panda Psychology. Let's talk about that agonizing loop you are stuck in. You know the exact one. It is a Tuesday morning, your coffee actually kicked in, your social battery is at a completely fraudulent 100%, and you recklessly agree to Friday night drinks with a group of people you genuinely like, but then Wednesday hits and the regret simmers. By Thursday, you are actively bargaining with the universe for a minor, non-lethal natural disaster to cancel the event, and by Friday at 5 p.m., you are drafting a highly detailed text about a sudden, mysterious migraine just so you can stay home and stare at the ceiling in absolute silence. Honestly, the amount of creative writing energy we spend on fake illnesses could probably win a Pulitzer. Here's the truth I need you to hear, especially if you spend half your life feeling intensely guilty for needing to be entirely unperceivable. You are not a cold, unfeeling sociopath. You are not a flaky, defective human being who just does not care enough to put in the effort. Society loves to pathologize our need for extreme isolation. They call us aloof. They tell us to just put ourselves out there, as if we are just one awkward happy hour away from a personality transplant. But your intense, seemingly chaotic habit of dodging mild acquaintances in the Target parking lot like it is a covert Black Ops mission, that is not a character flaw. When you watch a text sit there for 3 hours, because the mere thought of entering a real-time conversational volley makes your skin itch. Or when you physically hide from the Amazon delivery guy, even though you literally ordered the package. You are not being a bad person. You are executing a perfectly logical, highly advanced survival strategy. Your brain is simply running on a drastically different operating system. One that is brutally efficient at recognizing when your internal resources are dangerously compromised. You are not running away from your friends. Your system is just aggressively protecting you from spontaneously combusting in the middle of a Chili's. To understand why you aggressively protect your solitude, we have to look under the hood at your biological hardware. The extrovert default world assumes we all process reality the same way. We absolutely do not. The secret lies in a neurological mechanism called sensory gating. Think of sensory gating as the bouncer at the club of your brain. For the average person, this bouncer is ruthless. It filters out irrelevant background noise, minor temperature changes, and the micro-expressions of the barista handing them a latte. But if you have high introversion or highly sensitive person traits, your bouncer is essentially a golden retriever who just wants to let everyone inside. Your sensory gating mechanism is highly permeable. You are absorbing a catastrophic amount of environmental and emotional data every single second you exist in public. Every forced polite laugh, the hum of the fluorescent office lights, the weird passive-aggressive energy of your coworker, the loud breather sitting next to you on the subway, the unread emails stacking up on your phone. It all gets in. And that brings us to the core metaphor. I want you to picture your nervous system like a cheap, overloaded surge protector sitting on the damp floor of an illegal fireworks factory. Safe, right? Every single one of those social interactions and sensory inputs is another heavy-duty appliance being violently jammed into that flimsy plastic strip. When you retreat to your bedroom and refuse to perceive the outside world, you are not being an emotionless void. You are simply violently ripping that surge protector out of the wall before your internal wiring catches fire and burns the entire factory to the ground. You literally require a physical quarantine to downregulate your nervous system. This is where your default mode network, or DMN, takes over. The DMN is the brain network that activates during inward-focused, resting thought. It is the backstage crew that desperately needs you to shut up, turn off the lights, and lock the doors, so it can finally process the massive, terrifying backlog of social data you acquired throughout the day. Without that silence, your system simply crashes. Now that we know your brain is just a terrified fire marshal trying to prevent an electrical fire, let's look at how this actually manifests. Because we all cope with this sensory overwhelm a little differently. I have broken this down into 3 distinct types of professional loners. First, we have the tactical reconnaissance expert. You do not just go to the grocery store, you deploy. You sit in your parked car, scanning the perimeter for mild acquaintances from high school, or that one overly chatty neighbor. If you spot a target, you immediately abort the mission, or map out a mathematically perfect route through the frozen foods to avoid eye contact. You would rather sustain your physical form entirely on stale saltines for the next 48 hours than risk a 3-minute conversation about the weather. Next is the time delay texter. When a message lights up your screen, you see it instantly. You read it safely on the lock screen, but you absolutely refuse to actually open it. Opening it implies presence. It implies you are available for a real-time, unpredictable digital volley. So you sit there and calculate the exact socially acceptable wait time, let us say 47 minutes, before you reply with a breezy, "Just saw this. Everything okay?" Just to ensure the other person has already put their phone down and moved on with their day. And finally, we have the preemptive pleaser. You genuinely love your friends. So, when your social battery is magically fully charged on a random Tuesday, you aggressively make plans weeks in advance. You crave connection. But as the calendar date slowly creeps closer, the existential dread fully sets in. By the time Friday arrives, your sensory gate is already destroyed from the work week. You spend the final hours desperately manifesting a minor, localized power outage or a sudden flat tire, just so the universe can cancel the plans for you without any of the guilt. So, let us completely rewrite the narrative you have been feeding yourself for years. Faking your own death, or at least faking a highly contagious stomach bug, just to get out of a neighborhood block party, is not antisocial behavior. It is elite, strategic resource management. Society tells you that hiding in your bedroom is running away from your problems. But your brain is a brilliant, hyper-vigilant survivalist. It accurately detects when your neurological battery is dangerously close to 0%. It knows that one more loud conversation, one more bright light, or one more forced smile is going to entirely short-circuit the system. When you completely ghost the group chat, or stare dead-eyed at the caller ID until it finally goes to voicemail, or sit in your car in the driveway for 20 minutes before walking into your own house, you are not being a toxic friend or a broken human. You are triggering a built-in biological circuit breaker. It is an automatic override protecting you from a total physiological shutdown. You are not hiding from life. You are ruthlessly guarding your peace and rationing your remaining energy so you can actually survive the next time you are legally required to make small talk. You are doing exactly what your biology demands to keep the factory from burning down. If staring at your ringing phone suddenly feels less like a moral failure and more like a highly valid biological defense strategy, then you belong here in this weird little corner of the internet. We do not do toxic positivity. We just figure out why our brains are so exhausting. Drop down into the comments and tell me, are you the tactical reconnaissance expert, the time delay texter, or the preemptive pleaser? Or are you a terrifying secret fourth type who actually responds to voicemails? In which case, who hurt you? Stay connected with us if you want to keep translating the absolute chaos of your mind into actual science. Now go put your phone on Do Not Disturb, pull that surge protector out of the wall, and get some quiet.